All right, what is up, you guys? Sage here, CEO, founder of Legacy Africa. Legacy Africa is going to change the way that Africans communicate within the context of business entrepreneurship. Also, equity holder in a multi six figure a month office brands and supplies company. 6 months ago, I had none of these. 6 months ago, I had nothing. However, the seeds of Legacy Africa had already been in my mind. And then I pushed very hard to create multiple iterations and mock-ups and this and that, and pushed hard on all my social media platforms to get feedback from the people on what they wanted to see, what they wanted it to look like. Eventually, it came to life. I pushed to get suppliers, to get like secured supply chain. That same week, I immediately started pushing for sales. Boom, got that, and the sales themselves are what allowed me to get the 5K's worth of merchandise and secure the supply chain, and that's um, long story short, man. Trickle down effect. We meet with our business partner now. Our now current business partner wasn't our business partner at that time, and they just see how hard we're pushing, we're grinding and doing, actually acting, actually going out of the way, making ourselves very uncomfortable, just the hunger. And Patrick David talks about urgency. He talks about the difference between people who say they want it and people who actually want it, like the doers, the go-getter. There's one thing that they all have in common, and that's a very extreme sense of urgency, a sense that this thing has to happen as soon as humanly possible. Like, I really, but like, what have you done about, you say you want that thing, what have you done about it today? Don't tell me what you did last week, last month, 3 months ago. What did you do about the thing that you want today? It could be as little as, no, I thought about it, I planned this, I put this, I mapped that, but I acted. I did this action that moves me closer to the goal. And then the thing that will happen when you work on it every day is you can't just be planning every day and then 3 months goes by, right? There have to be actions that take place. You have to call someone, you have to meet someone, you have to be constantly moving forward. And if you have that urgency, then the thing has a tendency to happen. Now, 2026, I talk about and I frame as the year of execution, right? For some or other reason, it just randomly popped in my head. I saw a friend of mine, and he was doing something in some environment. I think it was a school thing of whatever school he goes to or he's in. And I saw this guy. I remember having a conversation with him, give or take 6 months ago, maybe more. Like, I think it was last year. I don't think it was the year before. But anyway, I remember having a conversation on the phone, and I was like, man, I'm thinking about doing this thing. And at the time, I just wanted to make T-shirts for myself. That was the idea. Is I just want to make a brand that's going to represent me. It's going to be for me to wear. And then I thought maybe eventually, when I create a company, that's going to be like what the people, like, just something. I just had an idea of something, right? And I was talking about it. I was bringing it up to people. Then he was also like, you know what? I actually also have this really cool idea of a clothing brand that I want to start, and this, that, and the third. And I was like, man, that's really cool. Like, what's the thing? What would it be about? What this, that? Like, we talked about it, and we got very, very deep into it. Fast forward, however much time it's been, this is a Legacy Africa tee. This t-shirt is made from the highest quality you can get within South Africa. The two main suppliers, which is Baron and Amrod. This is a Baron heritage tee. They only make it in three colors. It's 235 GSM. It's embroidered on the front. There's screen printing on the back, which is the highest quality like printing that you can do. It survives through like anything. We wash it multiple times. It won't fade away. It won't change color. The ink stay. Like, this is the thing that we were talking about, and there's so much more going on in the background in terms of the network. Actually creating the Legacy Africa network, creating the legacy tree, and what that whole thing downstream leads to. And so my point with this, and what I want you to take home, I'm not going to make this video too long because I hope people actually tap in and they watch this. My point with this is, you're afraid to get to the real answer, because I guarantee you that the friend that I was talking to has not done a thing about their dream. And what will separate those from the rest, the reason why 2026 is the year of execution, is because that is what will separate those from the rest, is what you do, not what you want, how badly you want it, this, that, the third. Like, all those things are cute in theory, but show me, do something. And when you do something, then you get confronted with the reality of, oh wait, what if people don't like this thing? Oh, what if no investor is interested? Oh, what if like, what am I going to have to do in order to make this thing possible? How am I going to split my time? How am I going to split my attention? How am I going to split my focus? What must I give up? What must I start doing? Like all those things, they become a reality. And your problem is you're afraid to get to the real answer. Your problem is you're afraid to get to the no, because that no is going to confront you and challenge you and ask you, well, now that they say your dream is not going to become a reality, what are you going to do about that? Are you just going to accept it? Or are you going to do something about it? But that's the moment when it begs the question. That's the moment when things become real. You're afraid for them to become real because you're afraid that they may not be what you think they're going to be at first, and they never are. And you have to work on it, and you're going to fail multiple times in front of the people you care about the most. You're going to be hated on, you're going to be switched on. People are going to say you're stupid, people are going to discredit you, assassinate your character. People will take you through everything when you are really loud about what you're doing and you're actually going through with it, and they can see externally, finally, after years and years of work, they can finally see a little bit of shine externally. And that scares them, because again, it shows them that, man, I remember this guy talking about this thing long, long ago. Now it's starting to come to fruition. And that means that I could have also started my thing, and it could have been a little bit of something. I'm nothing. Nothing. Have nothing. A driver's license, live with my parents, nothing. Right? Barely getting started. But I am on the path, very firmly on the path. And I'm very serious, and making very serious moves and doing very serious things to run, grow, build the dream. And that is what will separate those from the rest, is not the thinking. And that's the tiny example that I made there. There's no shade to the friend. I love that guy. If you know who I'm talking about, if for some reason you watch this, bro, you decide to watch this one, it's like the first one you watch, like, maybe Sage has been dissing me this whole series. No, bro, I promise you. And it's no shade, nothing against you, but I was just making a small example of, literally, we were at the same spot exactly, and the only difference between where I'm at now and where you're at in terms of the dream. I don't mean in terms of life or whatever, like, literally no shade. I just mean literally in terms of what you said you wanted to do. I'm doing the thing that I said I wanted to do, and it's real, and it's on me, and other people have it on. And I'm making progress towards building, learning, growing, and that's because I started, and I had the courage to continue, and I have the courage to, at least when I see the next 5 steps, I take those 5 steps, and I continue to work towards, and I continue to do something about it every single day and build towards the dream every single day. So, like I said, didn't want to keep you guys for too long. Thanks for watching. If you did, in fact, like the video, please hit that subscribe button. Before I sign out, don't be afraid to get to the real answer. Confront your dreams, confront the problems, work on whatever you need to work on, and lead. Lead your family, your friends, your loved ones, lead them all. Because when you shine, you inadvertently give other people the permission to shine themselves. And so lead to victory. I've been Sage, standing on